Hey guys, what's up? This is Mike's Custom Airbrush, Iacona Studios. And we're just working on some orders for the retail store that we have. So I thought I'd take you through another design. Something that happens all the time is, even though we have like our stock designs in our store that people dig, they check out, all the time people come in and they'll already have something on their phone that they saw already, you know, breezing through the night before, which is cool because they're prepared, you know. And so people come in with another airbrush design they saw and say, can you do something similar? So yeah, I figured I'd make a quick video on that and show you how I kind of, when it's not one of my stock designs, some of my stock designs I'll just freehand anyway, but like I did in the Spider-Man video, if you watch that t-shirt design, I kind of showed you how I use stencils. So for my stock designs, and I know I'm going to be painting something over and over, I'll draw it, make a stencil, save me time. But for something like this, obviously I'm not going to have a stencil because, you know, they're bringing something into me, so I'll just freehand it, you know. So yeah, I just basically have, you know, all lead pencil, not sharp, because I wanted to roll over the fabric easy. And yeah, here's the sample. Not sure if you could see that, but basically 90s baby boombox, basic design pretty much. I have something similar, but so and again, I think I'm using the pencil a little bit just because I want to show you guys, like, I do kind of draw it, but from doing this so many years, a lot of times I just pick up the airbrush and I just start drawing with the airbrush because I can commit like that. But I don't know, it's like I said, I want to just start fresh and take it from like maybe basics. So, and always mine are going to be a little bit different. 90s, they use the Z. That's pretty neat. So I'll just slightly sketch this out. Make sure I'm centered. Make sure everything's squared up. And again, it's going to be kind of my version. I never copy things exact, but I'll use them for reference because that's what the customers are bringing in. These lead pencils you can pretty much find anywhere. Obviously, you can go online and find anything you want, but your local like Hobby Lobby or Michael's, you can just go in and usually, you know, same thing, 2B, 4B, 3B, they'll have, but they don't have any wood around. They're just all lead. And you see how small mine is because I don't like holding a big. When I get them, I literally drop them on the ground and break them, and then I like just something small that I could just grab and when I need to. All right, so there's the basic radio boombox. All right, and looks like some more block letters. We're gonna write baby. Again, guys, I've been doing this for a long time, so I am new to putting recordings up and stuff like that. You know, as a full-time artist, I stood pretty busy, but we're trying to transition on here a little bit and share some value with you guys and maybe get some feedback, seeing what you guys want to know. But feel free to ask me a question, drop something in the comments, and I'll definitely answer you. And maybe let me know what maybe videos you would like to see. All right, so there's the basic sketch. They have a brick wall pattern here that looks like they used a stencil and kind of blasted through. I don't do that. I kind of freehand my stuff. So again, that's just my version. So I'll just draw some little indication lines here. Again, this would be stuff that I kind of just grab the airbrush and do, but if you're just starting out, this is great to use a pencil because you can lightly go over it. Or you'll see other guys, there's no right or wrong way to do things, but it's just what I prefer. You'll see other guys maybe take a real light color and sketch everything out that way. I don't like doing that because I don't want any soft colors blending with anything else. But if I know I'm doing a two-color design and it's all whatever, two blues, I can literally sketch out in a light blue, go over top, move a line without hurting anything. But there's quite a few lines going on in this, so. All right. Now I'll just start outlining this. I'll keep my reference close so I can peek. Anybody's wondering, the paint I'm using is just Createx Wicked Black. Pretty much shoot all Createx. I used to use Aquaflow for years. That paint was awesome. I always use Createx for my colors, but I used to use Aquaflow for the black and white, and it was just really amazing paint, consistent flow. And then somewhere down the line, I don't know what happened, but batch after batch after batch was like syrup and inconsistent. So I finally switched over to Wicked Createx. So everybody was raving about that, and it's pretty good. Well, it is good, you know. I wouldn't be using it, but. And the airbrush I'm using is an Iwata Eclipse. It's a double action airbrush. For you beginners who are getting into stuff and you want to know, you know, maybe how to get started, I'm gonna throw a video up of my equipment and what you can use and take you through some basics, you know. Single action airbrush, double action airbrush, what you might use one airbrush for towards the other, all that good stuff. So you see I'm just building up this design. Moving rather quickly because, again, this is something where there is a business end to it, so you're keeping your quality, but you got to make sure these designs aren't taking you, you know, 30 minutes or anything. If it is, then you need to rethink your game. Alright, so throw a little thickened up drop shadow on this block lettering. Okay, so there's that basic layout, and just throw in some lines for the brick wall. And here's again an example, like my reference wasn't like this, they had a stencil, but it doesn't matter. I'm not copying things exact, you know. And that's something I'm upfront with my customer with too, saying, hey, listen, this will be my version of it. I'm not going to copy it perfectly, but for the most part, it's what they want. Also, if you guys are seeing my videos and you're curious about purchasing any airbrush work, definitely you can hit me up in the comments and ask me a question or two, but also feel free to hit us up on some other platforms. Iacona Studios on Insta and iaconastudios.shop. You can check out some cool designs on there, and along with some of our fine art, pop culture, art prints, which are pretty cool. Mike's Custom Airbrush on Facebook. You can see a lot of automotive work on there, t-shirt work, sneakers, hats, pretty much everything that has to do with airbrush. So yeah, if you're interested in having some artwork done, definitely hit us up. All right, you see I kind of freehanded these loose lines going around the radio. It just gives it some movement, makes it like it's coming to life a little bit. Little things like that are cool. All right, so there's the basic with the brick wall, so let's just add some color. They want to keep the same color, so it's hot pink, light blue, some purples. This is, I believe, fluorescent, transparent light blue. I do love this color. These fluorescents are cool. We're going to do a video which shows, like, under some fluorescent lights to show you how these colors can pop too. But I think the whole reason a lot of people like the airbrush is because of the bright colors. I mean, you take an airbrush look and kind of put pastel colors on it, it's like, eh. Although people do ask for lighter colors time to time. But the fluorescents are awesome when it comes to the airbrush. Outline this a little bit. All right. A little bit of that teal color, it's cool. This is sunrise yellow. This is not a fluorescent, but looks pretty cool. Careful not to blend these two colors together because I'm not trying to make mud. I'm going to outline this in purple like the design is. And it's got like a little drip effect. You know, kind of like a little graffiti on the wall. Which is cool. Do the same thing around the word baby. Alright, so put some paint trip effect on these. Throw a little soft purple around it. And I think we'll just throw a little bit of this green in the middle. And I mean, we're pretty close. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this was the reference they gave me. And here's our version. So you see it's pretty close. I'm going to add some of those white accents in there and then we'll be good. So the last thing is always I take my white and I'll just kind of go along and put a little shine here and there. You don't want to overdo this step because then they don't stand out and pop if they're everywhere. But I notice some people go a little overboard, but just a little bit on the tops. You have that little bit of a shine look you see, which is cool. I think I'm gonna have to get used to hearing myself a little bit, which is fine. All right, guys, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, again, we carry our stock designs in here, but a big part of things are people coming in with their own stuff. They already know what they want. So you saw me lightly sketch it with that all lead pencil just to lay out everything. Then I went over with the black and started coloring in. So yeah, that's a cool design. This is popular the last year or two. You notice an airbrush comes around and kind of has a little bit of a push in the mainstream, and people are doing throwback parties and they're just digging that look again. So yeah, so like I said, guys, if you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. Be sure to check out some of our other work iaconostudios.shop. Mike's Custom Airbrush on Facebook. You can see some automotive work on there. That was my original, that's been my name for 30 years. So that, you know, we started that Facebook page, you know, years ago. So obviously we don't want to cut that off, but so check some stuff out there. Iacona Studios on Instagram. Also the Art of Michael Iacono on Insta. You can check some other stuff out on there, automotive work, illustration work. And until next time, guys. All right, see ya.